it going? Is that a yes? Are you moving it? Just a little? It's okay, you can go and do things now. Or are you going to stand over there like a... Oh dear. Don't do it. Oh. My theatre junkie actress who doesn't want to be on camera. How about that? Yeah, you're having a bit of a laugh over there in the corner. Anyway, now you may have heard me banging on about how I've been going to my Luthier a lot. Well, not anymore, because he's finished. So let's start the reveal with this. My Arirang. I won't put the strap on just yet. Now, my Luthier, who's very good at what he does, and knows a lot of weird things, suggested that this may be an Indian guitar, although all my research suggests it is Korean, Arirang being a Korean folk song. And his reasoning for it being of Indian origin is that every other Arirang guitar he's seen has been brought in by an Indian bloke who's brought it over with them to New Zealand. That makes a lot of sense. So what have I done to it since you last saw it? I've had it refretted with mediums, I think. Some of them are starting to pop up out, but the bloke who did it says he's quite happy to just sort that, so I can go to him for that once I've had a bit of a play, because I'm quite liking having it back. I redid the wiring. It's got 60s style, and I'll explain why later. What my Luthier did is set it up properly. He's countersunk the bridge posts, so the bridge actually comes down now, and it's actually fucking usable. It's been radiused correctly, which is brilliant. The stop tail bridge posts haven't been countersunk. The brake angle's fine, so whatever. He's made a bow nut for it and stuck that in, and it's actually a pretty bloody good job. It's blended in so well, it's just not funny. And then I got it back with it had oh my god, it had an SG style switch in it, so instead of just the straight thing with 3 prongs, that's probably a shit way to try and explain it, it had, here's your toggle up here, and it had this big fucking Johnson sticking out of it, and then it had the 3 prongs going long ways rather than top to bottom, and that was just annoying. It was taking too much space in the cavity, so I replaced it with a generic 3-way toggle. Got creative with the soldering on and the super glue to get the cream coloured tip to stay on, oh my. Here we are. The pickups in it are Wilkinson Alnico 5 hot. The bridge isn't that hot. I mean, you know, it's got fucking stones to it, but oh, God, what am I saying? The neck, fuck me sideways. The neck isn't that hot, but it does have balls of steel. The bridge, however, it's not quite fire breathing, but it's spicy, and that's probably quite a good descriptor of it. I'm videoing this way, so the amp's behind me, probably out of shot over there in the corner. And so the girl can push the go button. Isn't that right? Say yes. She does actually exist, I'm not just talking to a doll. Anyway, yeah. Here we are, on the neck pickup, once she stops laughing. could intonate as well as it does. It's probably out of tune because the strings are bedding in. Being a bit of a madam, but I guess that's just a new strings thing. There we are, she's right now. Come on. You're okay. You're not happy. Let's give you a bit of a thing. Stretching strings is important, but be careful because, you know, if you give them too hard of a tug, oh my, then they'll break. Now this is a curious guitar. It is my only ash-bodied guitar. It is my, is it? Yeah, it's my only ash-bodied guitar. It's my only neck-through guitar. It is my only maple fretboard guitar. It's most certainly not my only stop-tail guitar. And I think it might also be my only guitar. No, it's not. My bass also has top-mounted jack, which I quite like. It's a quirky feature, but it works. Ooh, come on. Obviously we're in the middle now. It sounds quite good in parallel. This one has simple volume, tone wiring and a three-way. To keep it basic, which is, you know, something like this you'd expect to have crazy fucking wiring, but I just thought, no, let's just keep it simple. So it's 2 volumes, 2 tones and a three-way, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Roll back the volume if you want, take the tone down if it's too much. Simple. Pick it up, go. So, middle position. Getting a bit of P90 in it, just the sort of round top end, but middle bite that's not too middy. Like a tube screamer, but without all the giant fucking mid hump. Kind of curious. Very good pickups for money. The Wilkinsons, they've got hot written on them. Bridge measures 14 odd K, neck measures about 8, I think. So not, I mean, that's getting up there, but that's not super hot. brash and brazen as I thought it'd be. High on the amps turned up quite a bit. Gain is not, so back in the middle. I'm quite enjoying that. Got a smile from over there, and an approving, and a giggle, and a look away from the book. And I'm being flipped off now. Family violence is not okay. Don't throw that. Look at. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, we'll go to the. We'll go to the neck now. Say about that pickup is it's enjoyable. I like that pickup. That's odd. Why am I still getting sound while the volume's down? You can hear that, eh? Through the amp.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be happening. Okay, whatever. These are enjoyable pickups. They may not be exactly what you want, but you'll have fun with them. And the only reason I may or may not replace that one, the neck, with a PAF 36 is because the PAF 36 is available and it's cheap. And it's near me, and it's online now. Otherwise, Arirang's back. Neck through. Don't know why that's there. Someone else put it up there, so I'm using that one. Backplate missing screws. Yeah. Still heavy as fuck. Still has a neck the size of a fucking horse cock. Oh. There you go. You can go and push the button now.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Don't jump and stuff. No. And we'll be back shortly.